Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we have a reading for you about your intuition being spot on. We have the Raven card, and this says knowledge, death, and energies. And this is basically saying, yes, you use logic and you can be analytical, but you fold that in with your intuitive knowing as well. And this has helped you to recognize that somebody you're dealing with is two-faced. So we have the Mask card, and this says duality, protection, and caution. So because your intuition is waving that red flag for you, you know that you need to be a bit cautious in terms of whether you trust this person or how you interact with them. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. You can find that email address in the description box. In case I said it too fast, also keep in mind that those personal readings are ad-free, and I tend to return them to you within 24 hours of getting payment. You can also find a link to become a member in that description box, as well as a link to my Etsy shop in case you're interested in a homemade soy candle. And hello, how's it going, Duffy? Hello, Shayla. Hello, Martine. I'm doing well. How are you? Hello, Joaquin. Let's dive in. I think we will start with, what am I going to start with? We're going to go with the Morgan Greer. Hello, Malusi. How are we doing? All right. What else do we have? The Tower and the King of Wands. This feels like somebody who likes to stir the pot, and then they're like, oh, that wasn't me. I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? They know what they're doing. They know that what they chose, what they said, how they operated was questionable, but they want to pretend that they couldn't have predicted the outcome or the reaction that they got. Hello, Dwayne. Hello, Prasoon. Interesting that you make that comment even though you don't know my age. Hello, Corinne, how are you doing? What else do we have? 3 of Cups. And the Fool in the reverse. Why we got so many people that underestimate y'all? So this would be a coworker or a friend. Maybe for some of you it's a family member. But this is a group of people, right? And this is someone who feels like they can say what they want, they can do what they want, and any consequences should just like go right by them. They shouldn't have to deal with it. So pleading innocence, even though they knew exactly what they were getting into. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? Yes, I do think the King of Wands was looking to cause this drama. This is like when someone gives you a backhanded compliment and then they're like shocked that you're upset by it. Hello, Miss 777. How are you doing today? We have the Magician, the Queen of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. Yeah. So someone who's claiming to be a friend or, oh, we've known each other for so long. They know exactly what they're doing. They just don't expect that anybody's going to call them out on what they're doing. Wait, Key Controller, you don't? 3 of Wands. Wow, lots of fire energy. So we had the King of Wands, the Magician, which is Aries, Queen of Wands, and now we also have the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Wands in the reverse. They're pleading innocence. I did this thing, but I really didn't think that I would upset anyone. I really didn't think I was overstepping. That's total BS. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they're over here thinking that they're real clever. Yeah, they're trying to say, oops, did I do that? They knew what they were doing. Hello, Anthony. How are you doing? Two of Cups. Someone who claims to be your friend or someone who claims to have your back. And then they're over here like, wait, what? How did that hurt you? I'm sorry. I didn't think that that would happen. You know better than to believe them. I feel like you're going to get a fake apology or a very like shallow apology. But this is something that they do pretty frequently. Irritate or cause problems, cause drama, and then like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry, but look at me, I look so innocent, don't I? I would never do anything like that. Okay. Yes, oops, they did it again. Hello, James, how are you doing? Hello, Bonk. Eight of Cups in the reverse. Chariot in the reverse. This is someone who's competitive or petty. And they want to cause some sort of obstacle or problem. They want to make you late for your important meeting. They want to see what kind of reaction they get. Maybe because they're bored. Maybe because they feel threatened by you. But they see you as having something that should be theirs. Whether it's money or a relationship. They're just a little bit envious. Hey, what's up, 8-Bit? How are we doing? Yes, I agree. Queen of Swords in the reverse, Nine of Swords in the reverse. So they like to stir up this drama or these problems, and then it's like, oh, let me give you a hug. Everything's fine. Maybe they just want people to be codependent on them. Maybe they just like get some kick off of like making somebody upset and then trying to help them recover. I think they're looking for that negativity. They see that you have something going on that is, I don't know, maybe like a good job, a happy relationship, but they want to ruin that. They want to pee in the punch bowl. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Hello, Joey Joy. How are you doing today? Seven of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you're making more money. Maybe the family likes you better. Maybe you're more popular with the friend group. Maybe you're more attractive. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I spill my wine all over your dress? I didn't mean to do that. Yes, you did. That was exactly your goal. You wanted to cause whatever chaos or problems you could and then see how I handled it. You wanted to see if I would overreact or if I would get mad or how I would be able to potentially remain composed even though you did something that was pretty lame. Yeah, they just are jealous. So we have the Star, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Chariot. There's something about you being able to get more attention than this person. It could be that you're more attractive. Maybe you're just more likable because you're not petty. But as you are working towards a goal or as you are perhaps traveling somewhere or going to some big event, they want to trip you and see you fall and stumble. Keep moving. Don't let them stop you. Hello, Mikey. How are you doing? Real RJ, if you would like to remain in the live chat, you can be respectful. If you're going to be disrespectful, I will boot you out, okay? Yes, it is, because the Chariot implies that you are able to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and not give them the satisfaction that they're looking for. They don't want you to be able to keep your cool. They want to see if you're going to throw a little bit of a tantrum or throw some hands. Hey, Big BS, we don't need to be yelling that. I appreciate your beliefs. You may have those, but we do not need you to be judging people, okay? This is not for religious recruitment. And if you keep doing that, I'm going to block you, okay? Hello, Avikum, how are you doing? My name is Carmen. Please call me that. We have the Magician and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. You're unscathed. They make this decision to cause you some sort of chaos, and then you just handle it with class. You are an example to this person. Maybe it'll teach them to no longer like try to mess with you, but I do feel like this Judgment card is basically implying that you're looking to find a way to communicate with this person. Like, basically, I know what you're up to, and it's not going to work. So it's better for you to find a new outlet for this energy, and maybe hopefully you can like grow up from it, right? Hello, LXS. How are you doing today? Hey, Avakum. I just told you I like to be called Carmen. Don't call me beautiful. Don't call me sweetie, okay? Exactly. Pew, pew. Forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. Because you don't want to be carrying around that rage or that negative energy, right? Yes, I believe you should forgive them, even if they're not your family. But that doesn't mean that you need to like continue to put yourself in that situation where they can mess with you, right? Hello, Ben. How are you doing? Wow, 10 of Cups in the reverse and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. If I do this thing to mess with you, you know, maybe I'm trying to mess up your birthday party. Maybe I'm trying to distract from your announcement of getting a promotion. If I do that and you lose your temper, then I feel like I won. So don't lose your temper. You got more control over that emotional side than they do, right? I hope you get even better, Ben. I'm doing well, thank you. Aw, too bad he won't be able to comment anymore. Hello, Tiana. How you doing? Knight of Swords in the reverse. And the Death card. I feel like you put a stop to this. You recognize what this person is doing, and you're able to calmly talk about it. Hey, if you're going to continue to do this, then you're not going to be invited to future functions. Hello, Felicity. How are you doing? Thank you for the tip. Ryan's current thoughts of me. I love that we have that in common, Felicity. Yup, exactly. What else do we have? So they feel like they should be able to mess with you and then plead ignorance or, you know, innocence. Oh, I didn't mean for that. Oh, I just like tripped. I'm so sorry. Oh, I didn't mean to embarrass you. I didn't mean to ask you that embarrassing question. Yeah, I think you did. We don't need to get too accusatory with this conversation, but it is something where I feel you lay out the boundaries, you reiterate the rules, just like I have to when people call me baby. And people can choose to deal with that or move along. But I think you are setting it straight. Like, here's how it is. Here's how it's going to be. If you want to be a part of this, if you want to be participating, then this is how it's going to go. Tiana, you want to update that to just like permanent? Yes, I agree with Joey. So Ace of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. So you can work on how you approach things. You can change this competitive energy or this petty behavior, or I will just, you know, no longer invite you to these functions or no longer entertain the friendship. Because you see what they're up to. You see what they're trying to do. Oh gosh. I am not doing well with getting this deck of cards out, but I finally did. Hi, Sabakuna. I'm going to delete your message. If you'd like to be in my live chat, show me some respect, okay? If you told me what you would like to be called, within reason, I would call you that. So don't call me Mrs. Baby. I'll time you out. Permanently. Okay? Like, that's just basic respect. This is the Prisma Visions Tarot. Thank you, 8-Bit. Sorry, it's habit to call you that. If you would rather I use your first name, you let me know, okay, hun? Oops, sorry, I shouldn't call you hun. Thank you for the tip. Move happening soon. Car, question mark. I got that added for you. Hello, Jamike. How are you doing? Hello, respect, loyalty, honor. I like your name. How is Texas doing? It's true. They don't give you that warning, but sometimes you pick up on it anyways, right? Hello, Tango. How are you doing today? What else do we have? Sorry, I heard some I heard some pounding. I was trying to figure out what it was. All right, that's cool. What else do we have? Six of Cups in the reverse. This person's been a problem for a little while. It's not some new phenomenon. For some of you, this could be a sibling who doesn't want to be respectful about the way you want to approach a party or an announcement or a wedding, or, you know, how you deal with your relationship. But I see some truth telling is about to happen. Here's how it's going to be, and if you can't agree to that, then I guess we just need a little bit of space from each other. But I'm not interested in the excuses. I'm not interested in the, you know, like trying to sidestep accountability. This is what you did. This is what you said, and I don't like it. Hello, 143. How are you doing? Probably more High Priestess than Magician, but you know. All right. We've got Five of Cups, King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Gift in the reverse. Your intuition is your advantage, as well as your ability to stay grounded. They want you to lose your temper. That is their goal. They're going to end up with a little bit of regret, because they're messing with somebody who's not going to play that game. And with Gift in the reverse, I feel like part of why they are jealous or acting petty is because you get this attention, you have this talent, maybe it's specifically your intuition, maybe you're a skilled artist or dancer, or you have your own business. They're jealous, period. No worries, Tiana. What else do we have? There's the Magician for you. Yeah, you've got, I mean, honestly, it's more than one gift. And if this King of Wands was willing to invest in their own healing, I think they would find they have a gift of their own. But they're so caught up in comparing themselves to other people and competing that they're missing out on their own opportunity to be seen as talented or like special. They're just too focused on what you got going for you. Justice. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. And you lay it out for them. If we need to go no contact, or if we need to not see each other for a while, that's fine. But I need to make clear that when we spend time together, or when I invite you around my friends or my family or what have you, there's going to be like respectful conduct. There's going to be respectful conversation, or you won't be invited. Oh, I totally get that, Joey Joy. Hello, Hooks. How are you doing? Yes, self-sabotage for sure. What else? Hanged Man in the reverse. The Lovers. And the High Priestess. So because you have this knowledge or this insight and you can see what their actual goal or intention is, you're making it so that you don't get cornered. You don't get caught up in their traps. You make the decision that they didn't expect you to make, which is, let's just talk about this. Let's figure out why it is that our conversations end up this way. Or let's figure out why you feel the need to attack or cause a scene. I want to understand. Awesome. We've got the Three of Chalices in the reverse. They ain't your friends. I'll tell you that much. You know, we have our own responsibility to be kind or caring or empathetic. But you also don't have any, like, be a doormat listed in your job description either. So if this person's not approaching you with a kind, considerate energy, it's a bit rich if they're expecting that from you. So, like, what's the worst that could happen if you cut this person out of your life? If they are this jealous of you, I can't imagine they're that great of a friend. I can't imagine they offer very much that is like good energy towards you. Oh, I would love to do that for you, Joey Joy. This is the Zombie Tarot. What else do we have? Eight of Hazards. And the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So let's say that you spent a whole year making a beautiful quilt and you're showing it off to people, or you've hung it up in your house in the living room and people are like, wow, that's awesome. They would be the type to insult it or like spill some ranch dressing on it. You know what I mean? They want to see things that you work towards crumble and fall apart. Why would we keep that kind of energy around us? There's no need for that. You can be kind, you can be caring, you can be compassionate towards others, but that doesn't mean that you have to give everybody access to you. Yep. I think they let you change it if you want to, Ms. 777. Six of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Cups in the reverse. I feel like you're going to tell this person that you're done. Hey, it's been real. Annoying. But I think I'm going to call it. I think we're going to need to take a little space from each other. Maybe if you have some time to yourself, you'll be able to see things from a new perspective. Who knows? Maybe I will too. Nobody here is perfect, but intentions matter. They're going to do this again. If you keep them in your inner circle, they're going to find another way to mess with you, your projects, or your accomplishments, or your reputation. I think they want to be you. For some of you, it's because you're more financially stable. For others of you, it's because you're more attractive. Maybe it's both for some of you. But if they are not in the inner circle, then they can't cause you any of that drama. Hello, William. How are you doing? Five of Swords in the reverse is followed by Judgment in the reverse and the Devil in the reverse. Okay, maybe a weird analogy, but what I'm picking up on from these two cards, you know how going to the dentist is not fun at all? I don't care if you give me a free toothbrush. It's not going to be fun. I don't care if you're the best conversationalist in the world. I can't say anything when you're cleaning my teeth. But when you walk away from the dentist, your teeth feel like $1 million and you're like, this is great. I feel wonderful. You're going to feel like $1 million when you walk away from the conversation where you tell this person, I'm done. I'm good. It's been real, but I think we need to, you know, go our separate ways. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Bobby. How we doing? Good. I'm glad you get that, Martine. So we have Strength in the reverse. They're taking away your energy. Energy that would be better put to use on your projects, your writing, your singing, your fitness program. Maybe you're learning how to cook. Reallocate that energy, because trying to explain something to somebody about the respect that you deserve when their intention is to show you disrespect, that's wasted time. That's wasted energy, right? Because they don't want to do right by you. Oh, I'm so glad that you got away from that, though. They should bring that back. Oh, Lord. So with the Chariot, I see you moving forward. I see you leaving this person behind, or just like separating, right? Like, we don't need to be friends. We don't need to be in contact. I like to be dealing with people that respect me and, you know, aren't jealous. Let them deal with their own anxiety or frustrations or jealousy. This is the Lucid Dreams Tarot. What else do we have? Yes. Yeah. The circus can stay over there. We have, hold on, I think I need, do I want to light this one? Yeah. We've got the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Hello, Ghost Nissan. How are you doing? I am indeed. If you want to put your question in a super chat, I can add it to the list. I will start those in about 7 minutes. And the Five of Cups. They're going to do their best to apologize or make it seem like everything was an accident or a misunderstanding. No, I still want to be in your life. I swear. Well, that's cool, but you probably should have kept that in mind when you were doing things to, you know, make me feel lost or confused or frustrated or undermine my goals. Should have thought about that. Sometimes it's just too late. They had more than one chance. So with the Queen of Swords, I see you choosing to block this individual or keep a distance. Ten of Wands in the reverse. You're releasing this negative energy from your life and reclaiming your own energy. Look at how beautiful this card is. So this is the Star. And it's saying, you have very magical energy, my friend. Don't waste that magic on people who don't deserve it, on people who are willfully trying to cause you to feel frustrated. No worries. Have a great rest of your day, Miss 777. Oh, I do wish you luck. The Sun in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. There are just some people out there who get their fuel or feel like they are more powerful when they create negative energy for you, when they cause drama. That's like lunch for them. Like, wait, you're mad? Oh my gosh, I love it. How can I make you more mad? I want more of it. You don't need to be around that. So with the Knight of Swords in the reverse, they may throw a little bit of a tantrum. They may beg you. They may offer up some lame apology. But it feels to me like this is saying over and over again, the best choice is to walk away. All right, this is the Fairy Lenormand. Yeah, that's a waste of their energy, but like, let them do that, right? Over there. What else do we have, please? We have the Lilies and the Mountain. In order for this person to change their like modus operandi or how they approach people, they need to be like lonely. I don't wish loneliness on anybody, but when people continue in relationships or friendships or continue to entertain, dealing with people that are rude from their family, it's enabling that person to continue that behavior when you don't address it or when there are no consequences for them. This is someone who's going to have to realize people don't want to be around me because I'm petty. And then maybe they'll actually change it, right? Yo, I think Rocky is out there running the stairs. I think that's why I keep hearing like dun, 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 dun. So you may have gotten a proposal lately. You may have gotten a job offer. You may have purchased something, a car or a house. Maybe you got offered something because you're super cute. This person is jealous of it. Whatever you have recently gotten as far as good news, they're like, man, I really want to make that seem less cool because the truth is I want it for myself. So we'll go with another fairy theme. This is the Fairy Godmother Oracle. Who doesn't know Deftones? You had never listened to Deftones? Oh my gosh. Okay, so Passenger is my favorite song by the Deftones, but some would get mad because it includes Maynard. So, like somebody outside of Deftones. But it's such a good song. Oh my gosh, there's so much from the Deftones to listen to. Knife Party. I can't. 8-Bit, you're gonna have to make some recommendations, but The Deftones are chef's kiss. And I actually saw them, which was pretty cool. All right, sorry, I'm distracted. So what's gonna happen? See, I told you, there's something here that you're about to celebrate or that you recently celebrated, and this person's like envious. This is why they want to steal the limelight or find some reason to make you unhappy. They need to get grounded. They're not doing what they need to let go of the negative energy. They're just like amping it up, right? Wisdom and self-worth. They don't have the self-worth that you do, and that's a big part of the problem. You have respect for yourself, so don't lower yourself to their level. That's what they want from you to begin with. You got that wisdom going for you, Magician, High Priestess. So you know better than to continue to deal with her, or with them. Sorry, I was reading Joy's comment. Hello, Rebecca. How are we doing today? Thank you for the tip. Friend has been dreaming of me. Ooh. We're not related, but are we connected? Fascinating question. I've added that for you. Thank you, Rebecca. And we're going to dive into those personal questions. We'll start with the Wild Reflections Tarot. Yes. Where else to start? Rosemary? Okay, so for Felicity, what are Ryan's current thoughts about Felicity, please? Ten of Pentacles, the Tower. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Nine of Swords. Well, this person's in a bit of heartbreak right now. Hello, Lydia. How are you doing? Thank you for the tip. What does he currently think and feel about me? How has my distance affected him? What has he realized about us? And what will he do next? Thank you, Lydia. I have added that for you. Have a great day, Joy. Yes, I think that's fair, Martine. What else? So with the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles, we have some sense of things being impacted, and it's like I had everything going for me, or things were better than I was willing to accept in the moment. And is this Five of Pentacles in the reverse saying I'm thinking about coming back around? Yes. Maybe I need to do the work. Maybe I need to work on myself, heal the issues that caused me to be a not so great partner. So we have the Hermit trying to figure it out. Does this person have good intentions towards Felicity? No. So maybe you are the inspiration for Ryan to finally get some healing done, to look in the mirror and be like, oh, you know, like maybe I am kind of the problem. Maybe I need to fix these things if I want to be in a happy relationship. Hello, Matt. How's it going? But it would be like, I want to work on myself in order to get you back. And then I probably go back to my old ways. Then I probably get back to my old shenanigans. So the thoughts are kind of good because it's like, I miss you. I realized that I lost something that I didn't want to lose. And maybe I need to use this as like a catalyst to work on myself. But the intentions are lackluster. They're disappointing. It's like, I want to get you back, do just enough to get you back, but not enough to actually be a good partner. So stay away. You deserve better, Felicity. And this person deserves to miss you. All right. Let's see what we've got for 8-bit. We're going to go with the Dali Tarot. For 8-bit, is the move going to happen soon? Will 8-bit be able to move soon? I don't see it being soon. I see it being about a month out. 1 to 2 months. There is something here that is kind of difficult to resolve. And a plan that, you know, it comes together, but it requires a little bit of time. Will the car be acquired within the next 4 weeks? Yes. Something is improving for your finances. And this makes you happy. And enables you to find reliable transportation. So like the 6 of Pentacles can be like people negotiating, right? So I see you getting the car, making sure you beef up the finances just a little bit more, and then the move happens. But yeah, I would think by Halloween, you're gonna be there. Yay! Hello, is it Vi? How are you doing? I would like to go to India at some point. I have recently become obsessed with Indian food. I had chicken curry. Have I told y'all I'm like completely obsessed with gobi Manchurian? Spicy. Which is like fried cauliflower. It's delicious. I think about it all the time. It's so good. Sorry. Anyways. Let's see what we've got for Rebecca. This is the Royal Fez or the Moroccan Tarot. So this friend who keeps dreaming of Rebecca, who is not related, are they connected? Is Rebecca connected to this friend? So what I'm seeing is this is like, how do I say this? There's not a direct connection between the two of you, but you each remind the other of somebody that you used to know. So there's a sense of familiarity or a sense of comfort here that establishes that connection. There's a way of knowing or understanding each other that may kind of elude understanding. Like, how is it that I know what you're about to say? Or why is it that, you know, you predicted this or that? You have very similar souls. So we have the Star in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles. You are meant to be connected, like be friends or help each other out through difficult times. But there's something about reminding you of other people that keeps you feeling like this person gets me. So I do feel like you're meant to be in each other's lives. I do feel like there could be like a one-sided attraction here. But I think you are meant to be friends. So in other words, if you have the affection for this person, I would try to keep that on the DL. If this person expresses interest in getting romantic with you, I would probably decline. I love it. Enjoy, Felicity. Hello, Arturo. How are you doing today? All right, let's see what we've got for Lydia. This is the Hocus Pocus Tarot. What does he currently think and feel about Lydia? The person on Lydia's mind. What does he currently think and feel for Lydia? You're welcome, Rebecca. Nine of Potions or Nine of Cups in the reverse. Hello, Stevie. How are you doing today? What does Spirit want me to know about Cat? Awesome. I've added that for you. Thank you, Stevie. So Lydia, with the Nine of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Swords in the reverse, this is feeling like there's something that is off or it doesn't align the way that it should, even though there's emotion here. So it's kind of like, I feel this way, I want something, but I don't know that it would have the right outcome. So when I think about whether or not to invest in that connection, it feels like it would be the wrong choice. Thank you, Nat Nat. Dream about snakebite and dragon. Guidance? Question mark? Thank you. I've added that for you. So basically, sometimes you love someone, but you acknowledge that it doesn't seem like you're on the same page. So is there love here? I feel like with that Two of Cups, that's what we're seeing, but I want to confirm it for you. Yeah, there's love here. Like I've thought about, you know, having a life with you and how things would go, but I'm nervous that there's too much we don't agree on or there's too much that could potentially go wrong. How has Lydia's distance affected him? Hello, unknown man. I am reading personal questions for folks using tarot cards. If you also have a question, I'd be happy to pull some cards for you. You can put your request in a super chat. Well, obsessive tendencies would be the answer, Lydia. We've got someone who felt going into this that the separation would be easier than it actually has been. And with the Three of Pumpkins or Three of Pentacles in the reverse, this is like choosing to be lonely. So I don't want others to know that I'm still obsessing over this, or I don't feel like I really want to deal with people, so I'm not. Picturing Bridget Jones when she was singing and eating ice cream. Does that mean crying? Not so much that dramatic, but there is sadness here. Five of Pumpkins or Five of Pentacles in the reverse and the King of Swords in the reverse. He's in a bad mood. Like often in a bad mood. And what has he realized about Lydia and himself or the connection? King of Pumpkins or King of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Wands. Just that a long-term relationship has to happen at the right time, and it's not the right time. So does this mean he thinks that it would work at a different time? If the right changes happen, but he feels like he doesn't have a map. Like, I don't know how to get from here to there. Is this like insecurity? Yes. I don't feel like I can treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. I may love you, I may care about you, but if I can't offer what you're looking for, then it wouldn't be right for me to pretend to. What will he do next? Chariot in the reverse. Continue to be stuck. The Star in the reverse. He's avoiding the healing that he needs to do. So he's just plain being avoidant. Justice in the reverse. There are decisions he needs to make, and he's not really focused on that. So he's a little bit lost right now. A little bit frustrated, a little bit confused. And yes, I do believe he's missing you. All right, so we got Stevie up next. Oh, key controller. Unknown, I hope you are not single your whole life, but feel free to put your question in a super chat if you want me to pull some cards on that. For Stevie, what does Spirit want Stevie to know about Kat? Justice, the Eight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords in the reverse. There's a conversation that needs to happen. So you need to make a decision, and either the decision is to communicate or the decision is what you need to tell Kat. Here's what I think I need, or here's how I think we should approach this. Here's what I can offer. But with the Six of Pentacles, I feel like Kat is waiting for you to offer what she wants to offer, right? Like, are we on the same page? Can we find common ground? Hello, Barbara. How are you doing? Hello, Mind the Gap. Unknown man, that would be like a $sign emoji. Or icon, sorry. What else about Kat for Stevie, please? Indecisiveness is an issue here. So yeah, you need to make a decision and then communicate that decision. And with Temperance, I keep getting a reference to Kat wanting it to be like, I don't know if I want to say 50-50 because that has different connotations these days. But this is someone who's like, I want to know that if I'm bringing X to the table, you're going to be bringing X to the table, right? There is a possibility that this conversation turns into an argument. You need to choose your words carefully. But I do feel like Kat wants to know, like, you're going to prioritize this. Or you're going to be, you know, making moves towards a common goal here. So the advice, or what you need to know, is make the decision, communicate the decision, and choose the words cautiously, because it could cause an argument. And thank you, Stevie. I wish you luck with that. Let's see what we've got for Nat. Nat had a dream about a snake bite and a dragon. What is the guidance from this dream? Somebody who feels like they are untouchable is going to get like, I'm trying to find the right way to say this. You know how they said the Titanic was unsinkable and then she sank on her maiden voyage? That's what I'm getting. Like, there's someone here who feels they've got a little bit too much ego. They feel untouchable. They feel like they get to do whatever they want to do. Oh, you got this, unknown man. But I love that this is the King of Wands when we're talking about dragons, fire, right? So someone who feels like they can do whatever they want or stomp around or demand things or start fights and never get any kind of blowback from it. Maybe even somebody who wants to throw hands and assumes that they know how to fight better than someone else. They're going to be taught a very difficult lesson. They have read the situation wrong. They have read the room wrong. So someone here is overestimating their own power and it causes things to go south. So is this saying that Nat needs to like keep her distance? Nope. You might be the snake. I'm not saying you're like sneaky or untrustworthy. You might be the person that someone underestimates. Like, if someone were to try to pick a fight with someone else and they're like, oh, well, I weigh like 100 pounds more than you, of course I'm going to win a fight. Oh, but did you know that that person has taken martial arts? Did you know that that person is toned AF? This could be somebody's underestimating you and you teach them a lesson. Hello, Ryder. How are you doing? Judgment in the reverse. Someone makes the wrong decision, assumes that they will have victory, and they end up looking like a fool. Because you didn't come to play. Because you got the truth on your side, or because, you know, you got bigger muscles than they expected you to have. I think a lot of the people on this channel have dealt with being underestimated, and that's what this feels like. Someone underestimates you, and then they regret it. I don't know what that is, unknown. So I love that, Nat. You are more powerful than you realize. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for being hilarious and understanding with each other. And I will see you